Well, bizarrely enough, it seems that One Piece is getting flagged by critics, review bombed, I guess you could call it, for giving fans what they want. Okay, sure, let's have a look. Because that's normal, isn't it, I guess? Now, again, you look at this, you're like, oh yeah, 83%, 96% audience score. Audience are loving the One Piece Netflix show. I'm 2 episodes in, I've done my review of episode 1. I love it, I think it's really good. So you click on this, and you're like, oh yeah, top critics 83. Well, all critics 83, top critics 62. Right, okay. And that's from 13 people. Now, that might be fresh, but that's still not good. In terms of what they're actually saying. You're like, what could possibly be wrong with this show that is irking these critics? And looking at it, it's insane to me. Check this one out from CNN. Again, pretty standard that they'd be saying something like this. The legions of existing fans. So you mean the people that this needs to appeal to? Because, you know, there are legions of them. As in, it's got a massive fan base. The legions of existing fans will likely eagerly enlist in this ocean-faring adventure. Stop the press! That's a good review, isn't it? No, it's not. And who knows, they might find plenty of company. How can you possibly say this is bad? Anyway, those who just want to see what the fuss is all about will likely be left feeling high and dry. This is like the most basic storyline. How do you not understand it? And how are you saying that this is a bad thing, that the fans will like it? Shows can't win when it comes to trying to please the audience and critics. It seems, anyway. If they didn't focus on the fan service and actually given fans what they want, it would have bombed. But the critics would have loved it. Now that they have focused on fan service and given fans what they want, and there's a lot of them, literally it's broken records, critics hate it. What? Work that one out, guys. Riddle me this. Doesn't make any sense. The deeper we get into the season, and the more we learn about each member of the crew, the more One Piece drags. Check out Variety as well. If the best result one can hope for is an approximation of the original, close or far, what does this version of One Piece provide that the original can't? It doesn't need to. It's a live-action adaptation. It doesn't need to provide anything that the original can't. It needs to provide what the original did, which is what generated fans. What lunacy is this? It's so bizarre. Super bizarre. And this, I really don't understand this one. Mike Hale. To an even greater extent than the Netflix Cowboy Bebop, the Netflix One Piece feels bland and generic. Hard disagree. That series, it looks great. It's very... not bland or generic, in fact. I'm very surprised by that as a negative statement. It's too busy balancing its candy-coloured aesthetics with its more adult themes. As a result, neither vision really comes out on top. What? Surely the balance is what you want. What is wrong with these people? Honestly, I don't understand. I really don't get it. Netflix's One Piece is a horrible show. It's essentially a Cliff Notes version of the anime that thinks it's being over the top and eccentric by showing the camera... shoving the camera into the face of the actors. Well, no, they're trying to get it frame for frame. It is literally frame for frame. This review is gold, though, just as an FYI. This is that CNN review. One Piece comes to Netflix with lots of fans. If you're not already one of them, don't bother. What? One Piece is based on one of the most popular manga series ever. Right, again, do you read your own... Do you think before you speak? One Piece comes to Netflix with lots of fans, but if you're not already one, don't bother. And then they're like, it's trying to please those pesky fans. Those legions of fans. Oh, goodness me. Yes, it should please the copious amounts of people that really enjoyed it. Obviously. How do you not think that that's the right approach? If you haven't familiarised yourself with it yet, this live-action Netflix series version of the outlandish pirate adventures feels like a poor place to start, offering scant incentive to bother trying to catch up. Now, I disagree. Like, I haven't watched the anime in a very long time, but I thought it was a pretty good deep dive straight away. Instead, the 8-episode first season falls prey to the pitfalls associated with trying to translate a very different art form to live-action life. A challenge Netflix already experienced with the short-lived Cowboy Bebop. The difficulties can be seen in One Piece's all-over-the-map tone. No, that's what I want. I want that all-over-the-map tone. I want it to be like that. I want that vibe. I want the anime vibe. I want what I enjoyed so much. What's wrong with these people? Super, super dumb. And the thing is, they're like, oh, the basic plot. They can even recite the basic plot, so they're well aware of what it's actually about, but they tell you not to bother. Really? Really? Okay, fine. Billed by the Daily Beast as the most hyped Netflix show of the year, One Piece has clearly been assembled with tender love and care. Right, that's a good review, isn't it? No small amount of Netflix's money, conjuring the occasional giant monster, elaborate action sequences and sword fights, as well as bizarre makeup that looks like rejected outtakes from Lord of the Rings. Yeah, it's supposed to. It's Japanese manga anime. Netflix has added more than 380 episodes of the animated series to the service, so this is really just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, exactly. What's wrong with this? Get a firm handle on the show, however, is as elusive as a treasure. You literally broke the plot down. It is very basic. And while the legions of existing fans will likely eagerly enlist, loads of people probably won't. Oh, piss off. Honestly. How can you... It is... I'm honestly at a loss for words. How you could possibly say that these things are bad. You know, oh, fan service. Oh, it's bad. There is real treasure to be found here. A genuine celebration of Ishiro Oda's work just under the surface of those 8 episodes. Maybe we'd see it if the show came from anywhere else. I think we did. I'm very shocked. Bizarre. Everyone loves it. Literally, audiences can't get enough of it. Literally, 5 stars, 5 stars. You won't see anything less than 4 stars here. Like, it's crazy. I don't think I've seen a live-action adaptation as universally loved by fans and audiences alike as this. So yeah, critics absolutely are review bombing this. Because it did fan service.